It is extremely important. First of all, there is the specter of the modern day lynching. And if you are a black woman, if you're a black person, you have to be concerned about the male members of your family who are particularly at risk. You have to be concerned about the female members of your family who are not exempt from police brutality. So it is a very, very real and relevant discussion at the physical level. But the whole issue of racism is also evident in the fact that if you consider that for Barbados, a black population, a majority black population, we have had little contraction and very few deaths. So you cannot say that black people are genetically disposed to the disease. Yet in the United Kingdom and in the United States, the 70% of the people who have contracted the disease and died have been black, between 60 and 70%, depending on the location. That suggests that there are other socioeconomic inequalities, and other factors that are at work that are disproportionately and adversely impacting black populations. And so the discussion is very critical. If you look at the number of black people who are imprisoned for minor offenses, that is another problem. Inequalities in education and access to education, services and facilities, in healthcare, in education, in communities, all of it is relevant. But there is another issue about which the media is not speaking, or which is really important to me, given the level at which I serve. And it is that I would have to ask, what is the face of modern colonialism and colonization? What is the face or practice of economic inequity? Because that's where part of the manifestation of the problem is. If you consider that a lot of what we are facing at the economic level, what is affecting us disproportionately, whether it's being blacklisted during COVID by the EU. I mean, at a time when you really need money, you're going to be blacklisted without discussion. Whether it is lack of access to correspondent banking facilities, which is choking your economy because you cannot get access to foreign exchange. There are many manifestations of black lives mattering, and it is not just the physical deaths, it is the economic strangulation, and not just the physical strangulations, but the economic strangulation, the knee on the economic lifeblood of black and developing nations. And the dialogue has to be widened, the narrative has to be informed by the totality of the circumstances of the issue. And yes, as ambassador, it is of extreme relevance to me and to my country, and therefore I have strong feelings about it. You didn't go uncle or a friend or somebody that I know in the United States. Any of you here have people in the US? Of course you do. And it means if you go even on a holiday, you are put into an environment of high risk. As a black person, it is relevant for us. It is relevant if our government cannot get access to resources because there are inequitable economic policies at the international level being applied to countries like ours. It is relevant for our day-to-day existence.